Go.
All right, folks, another great weekend of college football. The Noles improved to 2-0. Let's take a look at what happened against the Citadel. We do it live from Ballou Sports Bar. It's brought to you by my good buddy, Russ Voorhis, who, by the way, is a Florida State Seminole with State Farm. And you can contact Russ right here in Jacksonville, 276-9535, or go to his website, VORHIS.com. He's a good man, Russ Voorhis. We need more of him as far as I'm concerned. All right, more people freaking out a little bit about the Noles and what they did over the weekend. Reminds me of the 90s. A little greedy, okay? You want to score every time you touch the football. You want to shut down your opponent, not allow any yards. Not going to work that way. I think the biggest concern right now for Florida State is the dreaded lack of competition. Are they going to play to the level of their competition? They put up 290 yards in their first 4 drives, and they were spectacular. Jameis looked like he was in rare form, the type of form he was in 1 season ago. I think offensively, the football team is going to be fine. I understand some of you are concerned about Carlos Williams. Let's remember a couple of things. Number one, last year, most of his carries were against scrubs. Most of his carries were against second and third teamers. This year, he's put in, he's a starter, he's going up against the best defensive players. It's encouraging to see what Pender has done. It's very encouraging, in my opinion, to see what Dalvin Cook has done. They're better true backs. Vision, the wiggle, okay? The ability to step and move on a dime and all of that. Yes, they're true backs. Carlos Williams is a one-step back, a one-cut back. But don't give up on this young man yet. He's a gamer. He's got a heart of a lion. He still should be the starter. I think what we're going to begin to see is more of a 3-back set for Florida State, a 3-rotation set for Florida State. Don't get me wrong. Williams should be the bell cow. He deserves most of the carries. But you're going to get more Pender. You're going to get more Cook. Hey, that's a good thing. Like what Florida State did offensively as well early in the football game. The fact that they scripted plays for Bobo Wilson is very important. The fact that they're using Kermit Whitfield right now, kind of the way Lou Holtz back in the day used Rocket Ismail. Not calling him the Rocket. I'm just saying, counters, reverses, lining him up every once in a while in the backfield. Folks, this is important. To me, the biggest need right now at FSU is finding a quality number 2, number 3, and number 4 wide receiver. We saw Christian Green in game 1. Where was he? In game 2. We got Wilson in game 2. Obviously, he was suspended for the opener, and we're seeing more and more of Whitfield. I like that. Ermon Lane, big hands. Looks like Randy Moss out there. That's encouraging. We're going to be able to see, obviously, Rudolph in the future as well. Don't ask me what's going on with Scooter Higgins. That's one I just can't figure out. Maybe we'll see more of him down the stretch, but right now it just appears he's not good enough to make the rotation at wide receiver for FSU. I thought the offensive line did a better job protecting Jameis Winston, and again, really the knock on Winston is the exact opposite of what it was a year ago. Last year it was too many deep balls. Last year it was not taking the shorter routes. This year it's more of the dump down variety. It's more of the throw over the middle to O'Leary. It's some shorter stuff. It's fine. That's not a problem. 2 weeks now to get ready for Clemson, and I would expect them to be able to open some things up. Final thought on the offense. A little bit of criticism right now on Barron. They know what's going on over there. Fisher and Trickett, they're going to put the best starting 5 imaginable out there on the football field once they get deep into the schedule. We've heard about the cross-training with Irving going from left tackle to center. You got guys like Air and Mavdy. Will they get an opportunity? We'll see. I trust Rick Trickett. There's not a guy over there that I trust more than him. Overall, I think things are going to be pretty good on the offensive side of the football. Defensively, yeah, there are concerns. 250 yards allowed on the ground to the Citadel. What concerns me most is up-tempo offenses. Is Chad Morris going to show that next week with Clemson? You're going to see that with Louisville. There are other teams on the schedule that are going to give you that, and that's something that you need a lot of depth for. Not only do you need depth, but you need the ability to be able to get guys on the field before the other teams of offense actually does hike the football. You know, right now the loss of the 3 defensive tackles is a big blow for Florida State, and it's tough to get injury information from FSU. Trust me, I know. But word is that Goldman should be able to give it a go. Word is that Niles Lawrence Stample should be able to give it a go. The fact that Shanks was out there is a shock. I mean, he's done nothing since he's been there except for spend time in both the buffet table and the bathroom. It's impressive that he made his way to the football field. Speaking of impressive, has anyone been more impressive than what we've seen so far with Derek Mitchell? Right here out of Jacksonville, out of First Coast. Surprise of the year in 2 games? Absolutely. It's about depth, and we saw that. Noddy played. Christmas played. Keith Bryant looks to me like he needs to stay away from the buffet table a little bit. Highly regarded a couple of years ago, didn't play last year. They're going to have to count on him for more depth when it comes to the defensive tackles. Overall, I think things are real promising at Florida State. As you saw, Chris Casher returned. That's good news. Oligwe practicing this week. That's good news. Matthew Thomas, as I reported a week ago, a year suspension, maybe 6 games. Well, now he's practicing. That's encouraging. They're lawyering up in Tallahassee. It could be 6 games. Folks, that's great news. Things are looking up right now for FSU. I know it's not perfect, but they're healthy, except for the defensive tackles, and they're getting better on a week-to-week basis. Ask Ohio State. Gone for the year. Texas, gone for the year. Michigan, gone for the year. You look at a team like Michigan State. They played hard in Oregon. They're out of it now. In a joke conference like the Big Ten, you can't lose a ball game and be a part of the Final Four or the first ever college football playoff. Florida State, and I'm going to cliche you to death here, game to game, week to week, don't play to the level of your opponent. This week, practice hard, get healthy. Next week, it's a rejuvenated Clemson football team that's going to use a couple of quarterbacks, and also a Clemson football team that just put up 73 points. So, great week. Knowles, enjoy some downtime. By the way, you can reach me, Ballou, okay, right there, Ballou, Ballou. That is my Twitter handle, @Ballou, at 1010XL. I answer just about everything on Twitter. Now, I know there's things I can control. I know there's things I cannot control. What I can control is what you ask me, and that's why I invite you to send me anything on Twitter. What I can't control is message boards and things that are said that I never did say. Like, for instance, one that was brought to my attention last week where allegedly a year ago I said Rashad Green was out for the year with a broken wrist. Wrong! I never said that, and I would swear on my children that I never said that. So for you message board tough guys who do your bench presses there in your underwear and you write stuff that you don't know what you're talking about, ask me. Ask the truth teller at Ballou, Ballou, 1010XL.com. I will answer each and every one of your questions, and I'll do it with a smile on my face. We are live from Ballou Sports Bar, where I'm just rejoicing on a great midweek afternoon, getting ready for great football this week, both in college and pro. Hey, my report each and every week is brought to you by my good friend and the handsome devil himself, Russ Voorhis. Ladies and gentlemen, 276-9535. That is the phone number. Or you can visit Russ Voorhis by going to his website, russvorhis.com. He is with State Farm. Have a great week, Knoll fans. Enjoy the week off. Next week is Clemson. It's all about that punt rooski up there with Leroy Butler. We're going to have a blast breaking that game down. Until then, on the Truth Teller, Rick Ballou, I've been known to get excited. Have a great week, and we'll talk then. Remember, you can hear me each and every day from 3 to 7 on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.